How's it going, everybody? Episode 12 of the show. Erick and Bradshaw at gmail.com. Erick and Bradshaw at gmail.com. Email us questions, complaints, compliments, anything, really. Topics.
Boom.
We're on Stitcher, iTunes, and a few new places. Fucking rock and roll. Oh my god. How's it going?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
I love the shades, buddy.
Dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Throw it at me.
Fucking, I'm so happy that it's July 5th.
You're done with the 4th?
Fuck yeah, I'm done with the 4th.
Okay. Okay.
It's like laying in bed in the middle of the night. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like I'm trying to nap on the beach on Omaha Beach. It's like it's like I'm sleeping in Baghdad or Ho Chi Minh City or Normandy or
Did you have to sleep like at 9, 10 o'clock at night or something like that?
I mean, I had to get up at 5 o'clock. And here, I had to work today. So here, on the flatlands, it doesn't get dark till really late, right? Like in Idaho, it gets darker earlier, I'm pretty sure, just because of the mountains you have.
That makes sense.
So here, yeah, the sun has so much further to go till it gets dark. So all the people who are unemployed and spend all their money on fucking fireworks want to wait till it's dark, apparently, right? So, and then, sorry, was I too loud? So then,
No.
the city posts a thing online that's like, oh, it's legal to light off fireworks until 1 in the morning, and then that's when we're cutting it. And I'm like, oh my god, fucking 1? How about you cut it at like 9:30 or something? It's like boom, boom.
That does.
Boom, 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 boom.
That does suck. If you had to work the next day. Yeah, I didn't go to bed
Right.
till fucking 12:30 last night, or this morning.
Yeah, me too. So, fuck, yeah, you're right. If I didn't have to work, it would have been perfectly fine. Because I think last year I didn't have to work either. And the 4th of July is my dog's birthday, and that's the only good thing about the day, even though it's also kind of sad. But and then after 12:30, after all these boom boom, it's so loud. The fireworks are so loud. It's like boom boom boom.
How did Cash Dog deal with the fireworks?
He just sits up. He just sits in the bed and just sits up and fucking just stares and looks around and just kind of tense.
Doesn't freak out though.
No, not really. I mean, I guess some dogs will just like run around or whatever, but oh my god. And then at 12:30, I'm still up and all the fireworks are going, and then it's like, okay, the fireworks kind of stop. They kind of stop at 12:30. And then does everything quiet down and everything's perfectly fine? No, chaos ensues, and this fucking giant thunderstorm, windstorm comes rolling through and just whipping everything. I wake up in the morning, a bunch of siding's been ripped off my house, a tree that's in my yard has fallen over into the neighbor's yard, and I'm like, I fucking just like, I'm so glad that it's the end of the day on July 5th. It feels like the worst part of the year is over with almost, but
Oh my god.
I know I still hate parts. I still hate parts of the rest of the year.
Are you so do you have any like deep-rooted 4th of July hatred or something like this, or
No,
cuz
not really.
I think it's I think 4th of July and Thanksgiving are my two favorites. I've always liked
I like Thanksgiving. I do like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's the best holiday cuz there's no gifts, all based around
Yeah.
food, just about hanging out, being fat, playing games.
Yep.
Love that
Yep.
holiday. But then 4th of July is like the next best. It's just all about barbecues, drinking beer, partying, just hanging out. Summertime, it's fucking.
I don't like it.
I love 4th of
I
July.
don't like it.
It was, yeah, I had a blast, man. I thought they were going to close everything down. Like, that's what I thought they said. And I don't know if I was just in a town. I went to a place called Vernonia last night. I have a buddy that lives out there. It's like a size of like Clark Fork. It's like not even 1,000 people. You know what I mean? Like 500
Right.
people or something like that. And
Right.
yeah, they do like this big fireworks show every year. So I went and did that, and fuck, dude, I I'm still kind of like in a daze, a little hungover. Fucking, it was fun though.
Jesus.
It was
Oh
very
my
good.
God. Oh, and that's the worst thing. When it's on a Saturday night, it's like, oh my, it's like that it's just gonna be, ratcheted up just a little bit more,
Oh,
right?
because it's not on a fucking yeah. It's not on like a
Yeah. Yeah.
Tuesday night or something like
Oh
that. Yeah.
God. And then it's like when I wake up and I see the damage of this fucking windstorm from hell. I have to go to work. My hands are tied. I'm like, I can't, start breaking out a saw and helping or going to buy a larger ladder since my ladder's not that tall and help with the siding or anything. I just take a couple of pictures, send them to my landlord, and I'm like, I have to go. And it's like, fuck, if this would have been, a day off, I would have had more time to deal with everything.
What would you even done? Would you have fixed it? I mean, it's your landlord's problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have fixed it. I would have started on the siding, and I could have started chopping up that tree and fucking,
You have a
you know,
saw?
I've kind of,
Kind of. What does that mean?
kind of a saw.
I want to know what kind
You
of a
have to
saw
go.
is. Oh, you would have hand sawed it?
Yeah. I would have started like I would have said I would have started, and I
That's
would have
so
went and bought a
pointless.
tall.
What do you?
I
You
would
would have
have went and
started
bought a
so when a
taller
guy
ladder.
shows up with the chainsaw, you're like, I got it halfway there, bud. Thanks.
No, I would have went and bought a taller ladder and started on the siding, but my hands were fucking tied, and it was just ridiculous. I was really mad this morning, but now I'm really just relieved that it's over with and we're over the hump. The fucking
Well,
hump.
that sucks that you didn't enjoy it. I had a blast. Although, something happened, and this happens a lot at 4th of July parties or at, any kind of gather parties like this where a bunch of people get together and it's kind of like potluck based. You know what I mean? Like everyone brings a dish. Like, how much
Yeah.
experience do you have with this? Obviously, you've done it. You know what I mean? You brought a dish, right? Or
Okay.
are you the guy that goes to Safeway and just buys a platter? Or do you, like, actually make a dish?
No, I don't bring food
Ever. You just don't. That's not your
ever.
deal.
Yeah, I've brought beer.
How much? Come on. You've had to have been asked at a party, like, you gotta bring something. It's a potluck.
I've brought stuff to dinners before that I've purchased, like
You
desserts or
know,
something.
do you not really cook for yourself anyways?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
No, I
Jesus
barbecue.
Christ. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of cooking for yourself. Fucking.
Right.
So, I mean, okay, you're not gonna have this issue, but I have. Yeah, it hurts my feelings. It's happened to me multiple times to where like, and I didn't this time. My girlfriend made it, but like, we'll put
Nobody ate it.
yeah, no one eats it, and it's like, dude, so she said, I thought this was
Wait, what
hilarious.
was it?
It was
What
potato
was it?
salad, and it was my mom's recipe potato salad, and I am so picky with potato salad, and it's bomb potato salad. It's really good. In my opinion, I think it's like perfect. Um,
Right.
uh, yeah, we made it, and we bring it, and literally no one. Like at the end of the night, I went up to the potato salad to get another bowl, and the only scoop that was taken out was the same scoop that I took out at the beginning of the night. And I was just like, dude, what the? And there was a lot of people, there's like 15, 20 people, you know, and
Yeah.
it hurt my feelings. And this isn't the first time this has happened to me. It's happened to me a lot, and I'm like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong. Am I picking the wrong dishes, or is my presentation off?
Probably.
Like.
Well,
I don't know. But then my girlfriend, I don't know. This was hilarious to me. I asked her, I was like, no one ate the goddamn potato salad. And she's like, oh, Mexicans don't like potato salad.
oh my God. Oh.
And I just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Why wouldn't Mexicans like potato salad? So,
Huh.
I don't know. That's a new thought process. I gotta start asking some Mexicans if that's true. If potato salad
Yeah.
isn't their fucking thing, if that's like a white person food. Maybe it is. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
like mayonnaise or something like that. I don't know. I never really thought
Yeah.
about it. I thought everyone loves potato salad. Who the fuck doesn't like potato salad? It's goddamn delicious.
It's a good point. And I mean, I hate mayonnaise, but I love potato salad.
Goddamn right. Yeah. Do you like macaroni salad? Because I fucking hate that shit.
It's okay. A very small amount.
What
Very
about
tiny
what about
little amount.
coleslaw?
No, it's probably the least of those
Oh,
for me.
I love good coleslaw. Oh, goddamn good coleslaw. Is so fucking good. KFC coleslaw. Get the fuck out. It's
Oh,
so good. It's so good.
dude, why would you say that? That's exactly what I was thinking of. I used to work at KFC.
Oh, their
I hate
coleslaw is so bomb. It's so good.
no.
Yes, it is.
Um,
It's they put crack.
Potato salad's probably the best of those three. But potatoes are like an Irish thing. I thought. So I guess in Mexico they don't even have potatoes, do they?
I
I don't know.
I think they do. They have to.
Oh,
Everyone's got potatoes.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a
Yeah, I
good.
guess.
Well, if you're Mexican, you can email us and let us know if your family eats potato salad. Because now I'm a little interested.
So, did you bring the dish home with you?
Goddamn right I did. I wasn't gonna leave that shit there. I was pissed. I was like, well, I fucking
Yeah.
love this shit. So I'm gonna be eating this shit all week.
Yeah.
Got a big
That's
old bowl.
interesting.
Big old bowl. Potato salad.
Oh God, damn it.
Yeah. I had made.
Oh, okay, so
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna change the topic.
I was gonna say I had made like 3, 4 years ago. I went to a party of all white people. It was a very redneck party, and I had asked my sister, who was married to a Mexican dude for a long time, and like so she's
Okay.
privy to a lot of Mexican dishes. Like the dude's mom, her husband's mom was like didn't speak English and just cooked all day. That's all she fucking did. And like they're fucking when they would make bean dip. Oh my god, their bean dip was so good. And I had gone down a little path with my sister. Was like, how are you guys making this bean dip? You know what I mean? Have you ever had that bean dip? It's like that real creamy bean dip, and it's just like
Yeah.
Mexican style. Have the little white cheese on it, and it's different than all other. You know what I mean? It's not like refried beans. You know what I mean? It's better. It's way
Oh,
better
okay.
than refried beans. Like you
I
get
don't
in
know.
a Mexican restaurant, they're just like different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
beans. So like I had
Yeah.
made that and figured out how to do that whole thing. And yeah, I took that to a party like 4 years ago, and same fucking thing. And I bought the badass chips, the Mexican chips, fucking the tasty Doritos chips. You know what I'm talking about? The real
Yeah.
salty
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And no, same deal. I was so mad at the end of the party. I'm like, how did no one? And I like brought it in a heating thing, so it was like hot. You know what I mean at the party, and like no one, not a
Jesus.
single chip. And I was like, who wouldn't eat bean dip? I was so mad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like now, I feel like just giving up. Like screw you guys. I'm bringing a bag of Lay's. You can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, I'm just so weird about eating and stuff that I just don't bring food to parties, I guess. I don't know. It's what I just say is I say, tell me what to bring. That's what I'll say.
Well,
Because there's
and
a lot of like,
usually they will. But I mean, a lot like
yeah.
this one, I was like, I'm bringing potato salad. I
Oh,
am.
right. Because usually when I'm in a situation like that, it's usually based around a football game or something. So
Uh
I'm
huh.
just like, tell me what to bring. What do you want me to bring? Because it's like we're doing tacos today. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to bring? They're like, you can bring tortillas and sour cream. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Tell me what kind of stuff you want. Like, you got to tell me. I don't mind purchasing the things. I'm definitely not like cooking the thing to bring over to someone's house. If
Didn't
they
you
want me to do
work at
that,
a
like,
restaurant
oh yeah, I've worked in multiple
and you
restaurants.
cooked?
I cooked in one of them.
And you didn't take any of those traits with you, like fucking. I don't know. I find
Really?
like a fucking. There's
What's weird? What's
something.
even weirder than that is my parents were both chefs that met in a restaurant, and my dad went to like culinary school and stuff like that. But I do not cook. I'll barbecue, but I'm not cooking.
Man, I don't know. I guess that's just one of those things. I mean, I'm not like some crazy good cook, but I can cook. You know what I mean? I like to cook. I don't know. I think that's like fun to me. That's like I don't know
Yeah,
what word I'm looking for, but it's like this kind of bonding kindred thing when like you're hanging, you have your friends and you come over, you bring food, you know what I mean? Like you put
yeah,
time into it, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
not just like, I stopped at the store and got some fucking chips. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
like, oh my god. Put
yeah.
love.
I
Love.
can't just. You're right. That's what normal people would think. You're right about it. It's
Okay.
rewarding.
It is
Yeah,
rewarding.
it's rewarding. So we did a lot of shit on the show this week, like a lot of show work,
Boom.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
like way more than what's normally done, and way more than I guess even was like planned to do. It just kind of happened. Okay, so first of all, let's start from the top. Okay, we're on Stitcher and Blueberry now. Blubrry. And Stitcher is just Stitcher's an app you can use to listen to podcasts. Blueberry is like a place that hosts podcasts, but they also have like a podcast directory. These are not popular places. I wouldn't recommend to a friend to go to these places to listen to shows. I'm just saying, like, because Spotify and iTunes is so much easier. I'm just saying we're on there now because it just helps the like the formula of like people just bumping into it on the internet, right? Just to put it in more places. And Stitcher used to be like the fucking place to go like 10 years ago. That was like the place for podcasts and stuff like that. I don't think they're like that anymore. However, we are still on there. And then we got a new logo, right?
Boom. Yeah, definitely worked on that for a bit. That was
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it. I think we had
Yeah.
me and Brad had some creative differences,
Yeah.
visions, aesthetic visions,
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, we
I'm
got
happy
it.
though.
I'm extremely happy. I was gonna be mad at you
Yeah.
if you weren't happy with it. So yeah, for people listening,
Hate it.
you can go check it out. We can't, we should have
Yeah.
had it. You should have had it ready to bring up on the deal. You know what I mean?
I
Just
was
look at
thinking of
people on
I was
YouTube.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing that, but then I was just going to say wherever you're watching or listening,
It's gonna be in that
there
little
already.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then just look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, so for some reason, ironically, the only two places it hasn't updated is Stitcher and Blueberry, but that they will be updated at some point. And then I kind of started realizing, I think it was this week, that we need a booking department because it's just too much work. We currently have a booking department. The person who's our booker, his name's here. It's just Erick Beavers, and that is our booking department. But it is just too much work. It is a lot of work to book people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just in the person that I was trying to book and like fucking have booked somehow. It was just a monster of a pain in the ass to do. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't dealing with that. Brad was dealing with this guest we're gonna have on next week, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mine
It
always
is a
go real
pain.
easy. Yeah, he had to
Well, sure.
jump through some hoops. I just Facebook
Yeah, it's
message someone,
ridiculous.
just be like, hey, be here, Zoom.
But you need a booking department that's just like fucking feeds you guests. You know?
Yeah, that'd be
That would be
fantastic.
sweet.
That'd be so
Yeah.
fantastic.
So yeah, I guess that's the majority of the stuff, other than, other stuff. But that's the majority of it. The show work.
I so I went on this website called Upwork. That's how
Yeah.
do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd use that to find a like contract out to get that logo made and stuff like that. And after I like made the post and like put it out to the world, I started like looking at YouTube videos up on like because I was seeing all these articles like saying how Upwork and websites like that are like bogus, like warning graphic designers not to go do this. You know what I mean? They're like blah 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 blah, and I think it was more or less just like because it's a toxic, like it's toxic for the community of graphic designers because like they ended up like they're not getting paid what they deserve. You know what I mean, for like going to school for all this
Yeah.
time to be a graphic designer. And I watched one dude
Yeah.
who's like, people want logos made for like $5. You know what I mean? And he's like, dude,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, go fuck yourself. Like, but anyways, I guess a long-winded way of just like when I got done with everything and the guy I was working with, I can't pronounce his name. He is not from this country.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt it. But anyways, when I got done like with everything, and I had felt like when everything had started, I kind of felt this whole I don't know, disconnection from him. Like he was kind of like not caring very much. But I think after
Yeah.
everything had happened, I think I realized what was really going on is that he and all the people that do it are just used to like a lot of negative experiences. You know what I mean? Like one, people don't want to pay him any money. You know what I mean? Or are just like overly ridiculous with their shit. Now, you know what I mean? Giving them just like crazy things and then just like constantly changing it on them, and they're just like,
Yeah.
want to pull their hair out. But anyways, I got done with it. It was a really good experience. I guess that's, nothing too crazy. It was just fun. And the guy wrote back and was just like, yeah, he was like so fucking happy. He's like, dude, and now he's like all jacked up. Like now that everything went really well, and like, I wrote him a review and everything, and he wrote back and he's just like, dude, you were the
Oh my
best.
God.
He's like, you were the best, best whatever hire that we've gotten. But now he wants to do, once we were all done, he's like, dude, and he sent me all this stuff, and he's like, let me do a what do you call it, like a graphic, but like that moves, like a moving
Yeah.
graphic, or I can't remember the name of it or whatever.
Okay.
Like we already have one for the
Animation?
intro of the show. Yeah, like an animation or whatever. And he's like, dude, that's all the rage now, with YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, let me do it. Let me do yours. So I think we might end up redoing our beginning one, because now that guy's like all jacked up he wants to do one for us.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, sorry, that was just long-winded. It was a fun experience. It was a good experience.
I think you should keep the intro though, the Eric and Brad show audio.
The audio?
I think we should roll with that.
Well, okay, let's talk about it and see, people that are listening. What did you like better? Because I like the way we did it last week with Brad doing his like, intro thing and like, kind of playing music and fucking that whole thing.
Which I'd like to do again at some point. I'm just trying to, because I listen to a lot of talk radio and stuff, so I was kind of trying to, and I mean, I can get into that another day. I mean, I'm listening to radio from 10 years ago, but I was trying to just do like an intro, like a morning show intro, like how they do it, kind of. But I don't. And I watched that intro that I did probably a dozen times, and I hated it. I was like, it was a failure. But, the only way you can know is if you try. So I'm like, okay, I just want to keep trying until I get it down better. And then I listened to it while I was driving around, and I'm like, this sounds so much better when I'm listening to it. Like, and that's what I was going for, too. I was going for, like,
You
when you're
mean
driving in your
what
car.
we recorded last week? You're saying what you did, you listened to that, and you thought it was
Yeah.
a failure, and you thought it worked. I thought it was great.
Well, when I watched it, I thought it was a failure. But then when I listened to it when I was driving, I was like, okay, this sounds a lot better. And that's what I was going for. I was going to cater to those people who are like driving to work in the morning. And that's what I was going for. And, but I still had a couple things I wanted to do differently. But I'm not saying we should keep that. I'm just saying we should keep the, Eric and Brad show.
Well, no. That's what I'm getting at. Is that last week was the first time we had used that intro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the very, very, very beginning where it was, where I'm, exploiting, child labor to make
Child
us,
labor. Yeah.
to give us a cool sounding intro, which I really like.
Yeah.
So do you not like
me
the
too.
original one, the OG one we've been doing the whole time? That's like 15 seconds, and then so last week it's like 5 seconds, if that. It's like boom.
I mean, I think I'm not saying that OG one is bad. I'm just saying the other one is monumentally better, in my opinion.
Okay, visually and audibly, or just audibly, or just the time is what you're talking about,
Yeah,
or
the time. Yeah, the time and the audio. Yeah.
okay,
Visually, I guess it's pretty much the same. I guess.
yeah.
It's just shorter. But I mean, if that guy made a new animation or something, and we had that audio, that could really be something there. Who knows?
The new audio, the bump, the Eric and Brad show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna probably do that. I told him when I get back from vacation, we'll start working on. We'll start another project up with this dude. Let us know what you guys think, because I don't know how I feel about it yet. I do like the short intro. I like the audio of it, but I don't mind having a longer intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's like I like the shorter intro over the 15-second one, but then I also like the idea of like almost a whole song being played. Because on some of these shows I listen to, the intro's like 8 minutes long of a song, and I don't mind it. So I don't know.
But like a famous song?
No, a different song every episode.
Well, yeah, but you can't
But
do that.
yes, they. Well, I can do it with non-copyright music, but they do it with like a Tom Petty song. They can do whatever they want. It's
How?
radio. It's Sirius radio. You can play music.
Okay.
Play whatever you want.
Do we have to like pay? Can we just like pay money and then play music or something like that? Like, how does that work?
I
How
have
does
no
that
idea.
work?
Buy
How do
the
they get by it?
Buy the licensing.
For each song, or can you just do it like in general, or what?
I think you can buy the licensing to a song. I don't know how much they fucking cost.
We
I
should
don't
look
know.
into that. I would be interested in knowing what that is. You know what I mean?
For a different song every episode.
Well, it can't. Well, whatever. It can't be that much money. I mean, radio stations stay in business, and they're paying a staff with all that shit too. You know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
so it can't be crazy amount of money. Or maybe they've. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I kind of want to. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. I don't know either. Oh, so and then I was, while I'm driving around, um, okay, the cost to license a copyrighted song can vary widely. The cost for a song from a small independent artist might be less than 100, while a track by a major artist or label can run thousands of dollars. Some licenses might also charge you a percentage of revenue instead. I don't know.
Hmm.
There's a lot of
Interesting.
non-copyright music out there.
That'd be
Um,
dope if we like Joey Diaz was playing songs every episode. Did you ever listen to his The Church of What's Happening
does he do
Now?
it on you? Does he do it on YouTube?
I don't. Yeah.
I
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like religious with Joey Diaz's podcast, but like I think he stopped a little bit ago. Stopped doing it, but for years, up until like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
he would play.
Yeah.
He'd every song every time he'd be like the intro was a full like, and you'd usually be like a grunge song, and you'd just be playing some grunge song like Alice in Chains
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, kick that motherfucker, Lee. Thunderstruck. Da-na-na-na. Yeah. I mean, so when I'm driving around listening and I have my fucking audio turned all the way up, I hear like, it doesn't sound very good at that point. Like crystal clear to me on this show, and I'm thinking that it's my mic. So I was researching mics. I think I might buy a different mic.
What about my mic?
We'll just see. I don't know where it's coming from, but if I had to put my finger on it, I would say I think it's Brad's mic, because Brad's mic is like a $50 mic,
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll have to.
Well, I'd suggest
look into
getting this one. I'd highly suggest it,
Right.
but it's a little spendy. And then with this, you got to buy a fucking. With this mic, this mic's like 400, and then but you have to have. It's weird. Like with this mic, you have to buy a cloud lifter, or you have to buy some kind of preamp with it. If you just plug this into a mixer, you're not going to get enough signal. It's going to be way low.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like it's something about this microphone. You're supposed to run a preamp with it because it's like the decibels it puts out, or like the level it puts out is really low. You have to jack it up, and it's not a phantom power thing. You have to run a preamp. So it ends up being you end up having to spend like 500.
I mean, this audio interface that I'm using, there's a button that I think provides
Phantom power says plus 48 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally different thing. Some mics need power to like that. You need to send them
Yeah.
a signal to like turn them on. This isn't an issue. This is a regular dynamic microphone, just like what you have in front of you. It's just something about these Shure. I mean, I'm no pro Shure 7B. I haven't done a bunch of research on it. I just know that that's what you do. Like if you type this in on Google, like shopping, there's like half the post will be this with a cloud lifter, that's just like the cloud lifter is just like a name brand of a preamp, but essentially you're just buying a preamp. You're just buying something to amplify it. I don't know. That is very expensive. I mean, I'm a fucking geek with gear, so any of those price tags don't mean shit to me. You know what I mean? I want them anyways for like anything I do. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'll use this for the rest of my life, even if we're not doing a podcast or you know what I
Right.
mean, anything. Like it doesn't fuck with me to.
Right. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where I end up.
But I think if you're well, and then I would say too, like just maybe this is a talk we have off air, but like if you're me with anything, whether it be music gear or fucking anything, don't fucking spend the money if you're not going to get something nice and that's badass. You know what I mean? What
Right.
you've already spent $50 on this mic. If you're like, well, I'll buy $150 mic or whatever. Well, why fucking do that?
Yeah.
Now you're $200 in. Just spend another $200 and get a super nice mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying. I'll continue to look into it. I have some days off coming up. Well, I'm gonna get a lot of shit done.
Well, and another thing is we are kind of getting fucked on our audio. We would have if we were both in a studio, like if you were over at my house and we were just plugged into my mixer and recording, our audio would be a million times better. The Zoom, I know the Zoom's like, you know, effing shit up.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll do some research.
Boom. So last week, if you listened, I told this story. This is gonna be real dumb, but I told the story about the kid getting the dude's one kid getting another kid's phone number, and then he went on Craigslist and created a Craigslist ad. You know what I mean? Like wrote out a post about this girl, like, you know, if I'm sick of dudes with small dicks or whatever, you know, I'll hit you back up as long as you send me a picture of dicks or whatever. And like, I don't know why this made me giggle so much, but I like got to work the other day and I like thought about that story. And then like the first thing that popped into my head was like, how funny would it be if like one of your friends like sent you a picture? You know, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a random dude's like, you know, so like you get a phone from like John or something like that, a message from John, and he doesn't realize that he doesn't know. He just thinks it's some girl on fucking Craigslist and sends a dick pic, and then it ends up being like,
Oh, I see what
like,
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
like, John, why the hell are you sending me a picture of your dick? He's like, oh
No,
shit,
that
dude.
wouldn't be funny. That's fucked up. I thought you were saying if someone like just accidentally did it, but you're saying if they thought that you were that girl on there.
Yeah, and it ended up ended up being friends with him or whatever. You had his contact information in your phone.
That would suck.
I don't know why that made me
funny.
giggle. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I made me giggle. I know that was dumb.
Did you watch Parasite?
Dude, I've like queued it up, and I just like it hasn't been the right time to watch a serious movie. You know what I mean? I will. I'll probably watch it tonight. But I mean, I am intentionally. It's written down. I've pulled it up on Hulu. It's definitely on Hulu. It's there. Fucking.
Okay. Oh, good.
I pulled it up, and like, yeah, it was just like I can't do this right now. I can't. I don't know. It was one time this week I was going to watch a movie, and I was like, I got to watch something. I just got to watch a TV show. I don't have time to invest in a movie right
Yeah.
now.
I hear you. Okay. Just checking.
I will. How do you feel about, you know, I have a lot of strong opinions on this next topic. Have you ever been to Chick-fil-A?
I have been to Chick-fil-A.
How do you feel about that establishment?
I like it.
Really? Real talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's amazing.
No, it's not amazing. And it fucking Dude, I
Well,
don't Go ahead.
when I go to like a McDonald's or something like that, or something, you know, like that, usually I'll gravitate towards the chicken products over the
Yeah.
beef.
I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
I'm there with you. I mean, nothing beats a Big Mac. I mean, Big Macs are pretty goddamn. They put crack in those things. But anyways,
Right.
so I didn't even know what Chick-fil-A was. You know, we don't have. There's not one in Coeur d'Alene, right? There's not. I don't even remember one in Spokane.
No.
So I didn't even know what that was until I moved here, and there wasn't even anything here in Portland until like 4 years ago. And then they built a Chick-fil-A like real close to my house. And it was this big old fucking ordeal.
Yeah.
And everyone fucking made this big, you know, It was in like newspapers and stuff. Like people like, oh my God, we're getting a Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what? Okay. I was like, it must be good. And then when they opened, dude, it was bananas. Like you just drive by every day and like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like just a line of car, and they have a double drive-through. Like it's 2 lanes
Yeah.
all the way through the
Yeah.
thing up until right before you get to and they'll go all the way through the parking lot out into the street. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
geez, Louise, dude. Like this is bananas. I think it must be good. And then I waited like 2 years and then finally went, and it was still busy, and it was still busy, and like
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
It's good.
this is okay. But honestly, dude, have you ever had? Oh, see, you're probably not gonna like this, but KFC has like the same thing. They have a chicken sandwich with pickles and mayonnaise on it, and it's just as good, if not better, to me. It's bomb. I love that they're the little mini things. They're little dollar chicken
Yeah.
sandwiches at KFC. I love
I
them.
know.
I love those. It's the same concept. It's the same concept, and like it's more expensive at
Well.
Chick-fil-A. It's not that good. It's like not crazy good. It's like if they were the only people slinging Big Macs, and that was like Big Mac. I might be like, okay, actually, there's something here. There's some like crack they're putting in the sandwich, but it's just
So it's not unique.
it's not unique.
enough
It's
for
just a
you.
bacon or just a basic chicken sandwich. Nothing crazy tasty about it. Like it's okay. It's not bad, but there's no reason. There's no reason for this line. There's no reason at all for this line. And so I went the other day and I was like, you know what? It's been a few years. I've only had it one time. I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I was like, maybe,
Yeah.
I don't really remember. So I drive all the way fucking over there. It's like 5 miles down the road. And fucking, I get over there first. Then I realize I don't even have my fucking wallet. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad when
Oh
I
my
got
God.
there. I was so mad. And luckily, I've had a scratch ticket sitting in my truck for like 8 months. A $25 scratch ticket. So I was like, "Oh, thank you." Then I'm in line at the gas station. Like, if they fucking ask for an ID, I'm gonna fucking freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting
God.
I'm waiting. I'm like, "Oh, dude, if they make me fuck off," I was getting mad in line, just like, "Fucking ask me for an ID, I will freak out." Didn't ask me, but then I go to Chick-fil-A.
You should have just brought the scratch ticket into Chick-fil-A and just tried to exchange it. Yeah.
So it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I had figured, I was like, I've already missed.
morning?
No, at night or the afternoon, and
Okay.
and I had already like. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's past lunchtime. It was Friday. I think it was Friday. So yeah, it was 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking, I was like, okay, it's 2 o'clock. This is perfect. I'm gonna skip the lunch rush. You know what I mean? It's past noon. Blah, blah, blah. I get there.
Yeah.
Dude, packed. It goes all the way down their drive-through, which they have a big drive-through, wraps out. It's in this, like, weird mall area. It's like where there's a Best Buy there and a Target and stuff like that. And it's like
Yeah.
their line goes all the way out to, like, the entrance of Target. Dude, there's like 40,
Cars?
there's like 40 cars in line to get in there. I was just like, I want one. I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing this stupid line. I'm just trying it. Like, I had already set in my mind. I'd spent a good hour thinking about what I wanted to eat, and I'd finally made up my mind. I'm like, I'm having a goddamn Chick-fil-A sandwich. And I sat through that line, and fucking bullshit, dude. That was a nasty. It's not worth it. Then I'm looking around like, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Like, I'm never going again. I'm never going again unless no one's in the drive-thru. It's not worth even one car. It's not worth one car wait.
Oh my God! It definitely is worth one car wait. It's not that bad. What else are you gonna eat? It's better
Honestly,
than
I'll
McDonald's,
go.
Burger King.
I'll go Taco Bell over that. I'll go KFC over that. I'll go McDonald's over
Oh,
that.
God.
I don't know what your beef
I'm-
is with KFC. I love KFC.
I worked there.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the thing. Like, I worked at Burger King,
Yes.
and I hate Burger King. I hate Burger
Right.
King with a
I'm-
passion. But it's nasty
I'm
food.
biased.
It's nasty. Do you like Burger King?
I like the spicy chicken junior, spicy crispy junior, spicy chicken junior, whatever that is. That's good.
Okay.
But the rest of their stuff is just kind of nasty. I think the Burger King where we came from is nasty. But I don't know. Maybe it's all nasty, but Chick-fil-A, I don't know. They're good,
It was okay, but it's not worth the hype. Not worth the hype.
and I'm surprised. I'm surprised in Portland because Chick-fil-A is all they had that whole thing about how they're anti-gay marriage.
Well,
So
so
I think in a more liberal city, they'd be more boycotted, I guess. But
yeah,
that was a long time ago.
I'm in a where this is located is kind of, I live in the suburbs. I don't live in Portland,
Yeah,
and there's east
yeah,
west, and east side of Portland is the ghetto, like ghetto side, and then the west side
okay,
is the much more yuppie, a lot more Mercedes and stuff driving around on this side. And so
okay,
I'm assuming it's, there's I would all the Republicans are obviously on the west side, like obviously, you know what I
okay.
mean?
I see.
And
Yeah,
that's where this Chick-fil-A is. It's in a nicer section of town.
right. So they don't care. I don't know. I'm trying to. I know one. I know the first time I had it. I remember the first time I ate Chick-fil-A. Just like everybody remembers the first time eating Chick-fil-A. And but I've had it since then, and I just can't remember where. Maybe it was fucking in an airport or something. I can't remember. I don't know. I think it's good. At least you got the options. We don't have many options here. If we had a fucking Chick-fil-A, it'd be swarmed just like that. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I totally disagree. I think there's much better places to go. It's kind of like Chipotle.
You have some.
Chipotle's always packed, and that's another one. It's like this isn't that good. Like this isn't
Is
that
it
good.
Chipotle or Chipotle?
It's Chipotle. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't care. Like it's not that good though. You've had Chipotle, right?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, at least go when you buy one. At least go and get a burrito just so you understand it. Like,
Yeah.
but it's not worth the hype. Like, dude,
Right.
if you're gonna go get a burrito, especially here, it's like in Portland, it's like there's so many taco trucks. Why would you go to
Right.
Chipotle? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you gonna go
Right.
get a company that's owned by McDonald's? You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
You just, I just gotta let that out. Just breathe, let out my hate.
I don't think it's that bad, but I don't know.
Boom.
Good chicken.
Yeah, it is. It's just I'm mad at the lines. I'm just really mad at the lines, and I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm never waiting in a line like that again. Okay, what do you got, buddy? Throw it at me.
So, okay. So this is kind of topical
Ooh.
slash Brad being a broken record again. Okay, so
Okay.
it's called the 100th monk. It's called the 100th monkey. No, I'm just kidding. So it's called Moore Murray. God damn it. It's
Oh
just me.
wow,
It's
this
like
is
the topics,
worse.
the broke. No, no, no. It's not. It's just the broken record. Brad topics are like Moore Murray, 100th Monkey, and Kanye, right?
Okay, we haven't even
So
talked about Kanye. So is that where we're going with this?
yeah.
Okay.
So it was yesterday when Kanye announced his presidency run for 2020 on Twitter,
What?
and it got a million likes. Oh my God! Shut up. And and Elon Musk replied to him saying, "I fully support you." But and it was a week ago when I think it was a week ago when he announced his 10-year deal with the Gap, which the Gap makes about $4 billion a year, and they're also considered like a dying brand because
Yeah.
they're a mall. They're a mall store. They were a mall store basically. So he announced his 10-year deal with the Gap for like his clothes, which is expected to do $1 billion a year, just his line. So in perspective, I mean that the brand makes about $4 billion a year, and they're expected to now increase by what 25% or whatever, and add another $1 billion worth of revenue, and it's a 10-year deal. But I'm not saying I would be thinking that Kanye would make a good president. I don't even think that he's actually running. It's just a Kanye thing to do to just sort of post that tweet, you know?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But just to let you know, I don't know if you know, but just to let you know, just for the future, that this is a known thing, I'm kind of like a really, really big Kanye fan, right?
Okay.
Okay. So trying to tie that in. I did a video And I'm not trying to just make this about weird videos Brad's done, but I've done my fair share of fucking videos, like that other one that's at 30,000 views and counting. So I did one March 17th, 2018, called My Kanye Madness Bracket, because it was that week where, so March 17th, I'm pretty sure it was all inspired by March Madness. So someone on Twitter made this Kanye bracket with songs, and then people were making videos of them going through, moving each song through the bracket to see what song that of their choosing ends up at number one, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to make, I'm like, I'm getting into this fucking mix too. So I just made my video of my Kanye Madness bracket, and it turned out to be 41 minutes long, which other people's videos were like, I don't know, 7 minutes long. But it was like really early in the morning, like late night, and I was having a couple drinks, and I was like, I'm just gonna work through this, and it turns out it took fucking 40 minutes. But this was, other than that Carl Flystone music video we made, this video I made was probably like the most fun I've ever had making a video outside of that music video. And it's just, I can put it in the description,
Do it.
because when you're watching the video of me going through these songs, you're like, okay, this guy is like way too much of a Kanye fan, but it's good.
You love I don't, dude. I honestly couldn't even tell you a Kanye West song. I don't even know any of them.
That's
Nothing.
okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I don't even know.
No, it's okay.
You're that big of a Kanye fan?
I mean, yes, I fucking.
Is he your favorite? Is he the GOAT in your
no,
eyes?
no. I mean, so it's like when people have a discussion of like greatest hip hop producers, Kanye is probably in the top five, undebatably. And you can't really take that away from him. The fucking perfection, genius production of his and his track record of it. But then when people have the discussion of top rappers, they don't even like to include him because he's kind of like almost more of a producer. So there, and for me, for myself, if I were to make a list, I probably would have him on that list, top 5 or top 10. But that's just because I have to consider a lot of things, like I'm 28 years old. Let's be honest here. I can't just make a list of like the popular Mount Rushmore list that everybody has. I have to be honest to what my actual list would be. And if I was doing that, he would probably be on there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm just I mean I was revisiting some albums today when I was working just thinking about it. But I don't know, I think his first 5 albums are all classics, and people would debate me on that. And then I think he kind of had a misstep on number 6, but then the one after that, a classic as well. So I fucking just love the discography and the fucking production genius that is Kanye.
How many albums does he have?
5, 6, 7, 9. The last one was 9, I think. The gospel album.
Oh, gospel
So it's
album?
like,
Nice.
yeah, the gospel
Is it
album.
good? Oh, is it just called the gospel album, or is it full of gospel music?
It's full of gospel music.
Real talk?
Gospel rap.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just think that, and I know Kayla, if Kayla's listening to this, she's gonna hate this, but fucking, I mean, to span a career from the 90s until now, staying like on the top. Like if a song was released tomorrow, it would be the top song, right? To do that for 3 decades is fucking insanity, right? I think.
I'm surprised
You're
he
spanning
doesn't.
three generations. Like right now, like there's a grandfather, a father, and a kid. Maybe not that fucking far. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Like all have like an era of Kanye that they lived through. I don't know. It's just crazy, but I love it.
Huh. Yeah, I don't even know, but I have I have nothing to add to this because I don't even know what he sounds like. Like I remember listening to a Kanye song like coming out of high school in someone's car. What song it was, or even what it sounded like, I don't remember. I just do not remember. I just know that he's funny, like, that he's off his goddamn rocker, and, yeah.
Yeah. it's so crazy because with him, it's like there's probably no one else alive that is, well, maybe there is, but at that level that is so bad at speaking their thoughts and getting them through like like in person, I guess, but then on a song is so good at it. It's just and so good at saying what they're trying to say on a song, but yet in real life, very misunderstood and not don't know how to fucking get your point across. But there's a really good podcast called Dissect, Dissect, and they go through like albums and they go like song by song and they break down each song like really, really well, where they do like a backstory, they tear the whole song apart, they show you all the production, all the lyrics and stuff like that. But they did a Kanye album and it is so good. That fucking the work that guy did, it's like a 3-hour podcast in 2 different parts of one Kanye album where he's like, and this is what, and he's like, and originally Kanye wanted to have the piano be 12 notes, and it sounded like this, and they'll play it for you. And he's like, but then after seeing this movie, Kanye changed his mind, decided to make it 16 notes, and play it like this, and you're like, whoa. You're like, that is much better. And it's like, and then he wanted to bring in like Elton John vocals right here and have it sound like this, and they play it for you, and then they're like, but then this is the final cut, and you're like, holy shit, that is fucking genius. I don't know. There's just a lot of deep diving that I've done in my day. And yeah,
Rock and roll. Well, keep me posted,
But I can-
when he becomes president.
yeah, I don't think that's real.
Isn't he?
It is,
No, isn't he like? Isn't he a big
semi-topical.
Trump supporter?
People don't know. I think he said that he was faking his support, but then people are like, no, by him running for presidency, he's actually supporting Trump because what he's going to do is try to take votes away from Biden to get to him. So then overall Trump just wins. And you're like, okay, well, that's just like a conspiracy. Maybe it's true. Who the hell knows? But see, the thing is with Kanye, he's had a history of taking the most uncool thing and trying to make it cool, right?
Okay.
So
give
that's
me an
what he
example.
did. That's what he did with the Trump thing. Like the most uncool thing to do for him, like as a rapper or whatever, in that moment would be to wear a Trump hat. So that's what he did, and he was trying to make it cool, but it didn't work. But like when he started in like the early 2000s, it was still all like gangster rap. It was 50 Cent. 50 Cent was just dominating. So the uncool thing would be to wear like pink polo shirts and rap about other stuff like school and stuff like that. So he wanted to make that cool. And then, I mean, I guess like there's other examples too. I mean, like with the whole gospel thing, which in like the early 2000s, it would have been really uncool to rap about Jesus, but he did. And still to this day, it's probably pretty uncool, I would think, to make a gospel album, but he did that. He just tries to sort of make things that aren't cool.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay. Well, keep me posted. Let's keep
I'll try.
I'm down for taking this because I know nothing about the rap community, Kanye, really pop culture in general. What's going on with the hoodlums? I'm out of the
And
loop.
hey, I know it's probably uncool to like them, to like him, but guess what? I can't fucking help it. I'm sorry. And I don't think he's actually going to run for presidency, but since it was announced yesterday and apparently Elon Musk supports it, I figured I'd bring it up.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
I don't even, maybe this is a really dumb topic, but I don't even know if you've heard about it. Have you heard about the whole Dr. Disrespect thing?
He got kicked off YouTube
Yeah, he got permanently banned from Twitch.
and Twitch.
Yeah. You know who Dr. Disrespect is, right?
When I saw his picture, he looked really familiar. It looked so familiar that I feel like I've even watched his stream before.
So,
But,
for anybody that doesn't know, Dr. Disrespect is a Twitch stream. Well, he's a streamer, a video game streamer, and he's had an interesting life. I think he came from Counter-Strike, was like his, where he became like. I think he was a pro Counter-Strike player. I think is what the deal was, or maybe it was. It might have been Unreal Tournament, but we're talking like pretty old school, like a
Right.
long time ago, and then. Yeah, and then he just like randomly he got like some contract to help design some game, but then he just like I don't know 10 years ago just randomly decided to put a mustache on and go with this like persona, and he just blew
Mm-hmm.
up. He just blew up. And so everything now that you'll ever see from him, I can't even remember what his real name is, but if it's Dr. Disrespect, it's a character. You know what I mean? It's like definitely, and he was kind of the first person to do that, at least in the streaming, in the video game community, like a famous streamer to like fully go like with a character. You know what I mean? I think.
So, was his character just like being a dick to people?
Yeah, his character is just this like 1980s pilot, you know what I mean? And just like, just
Okay.
talking shit, you know what I mean? Or just like, just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, just like, kind of a dick.
Okay.
But I mean, he does a lot of videos with like little kids will join his,
Yeah.
he'll be playing video games with them, you know what I mean? And he'll just kind of like have fun with them for, 20 minutes. Just like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's go do that. You know what I mean? He'll just like follow this kid around and stuff like that. But he got into a
Yeah.
bunch of trouble like 6 months ago or something like that when they found some, I don't know the whole story, but everyone found out that he was cheating on his wife, and everyone
Oh my God.
freaked out about it. You know what I mean? But
Huh.
there's like all these main streamers. I don't know if you know any of this deal, and I'm not like super into it. I do know kind of what's going on in that. I play a lot of video games, you know what I mean? So I kind of know what's
Yeah.
going on in that realm. There's Shroud, a guy named Shroud. There's a guy named Ninja. You know, I mean, those are like the heavy hitters. Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, Ninja. And I don't even think now that video games have progressed so far, I don't even think Disrespect definitely is like in competitions, but he's like, I don't think he holds the role anymore as like, there's no games that he's number one at. You know what I mean? Anymore. He's just like this persona. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
definitely ranks and stuff like that and is really good at video gaming. But like,
Right.
like Ninja and Shroud, I think Shroud's like the best. I think a lot of people agree that Shroud's the best shooter game.
Wait, so did he get banned from Twitch for cheating on his
So
wife?
no, well, no one. So it's weird. It's been like a week now. No one knows what's going on. It's all speculation, and of course, the video game community is pretty Twitter heavy. You know what I mean? They're on their computers all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
but then there's also this. There's kind of this thing, and it's what's going on with comedians right now, podcasters, kind of everyone in general, and now it's really starting to show its face, and it's obvious it would have into this video game is like most of those people are fully woke and like Twitch and Xbox was doing mixers like a competition. But like actually a little side story here, this was funny, is I was doing a stream for a little bit, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I told this story on
Twi-
this
on
this
Twitch?
No, I was doing it on Mixer. I was doing it on the Xbox One
Okay.
on Microsoft.
Okay.
And one day I'm playing, I'll get back to the disrespect thing, but one day I'm playing, and like I just did it for like 2 weeks. I don't know, I was just having fun. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to be some, pro gamer streamer guy. I was just figuring out how to do
Yeah.
it, kind of like what we're doing now, just figuring out camera stuff and how I was going to hook my
Yeah.
Xbox. And so anyways, I was doing it. And like on the second week, I wake up in the morning and like start, turn on the stream and start playing, and I really wasn't even thinking about it, but I didn't have a shirt on. You know what I mean? And like
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. But then in that same stream, one of my buddies gets on Xbox and it like says on Xbox, it says, Erick stream, Beeves is streaming.
Yeah.
And so he gets on my stream and like and so this happened so when they do this thing in video games to like boost non-famous streamers is they'll do a hype zone thing. I don't know if you know what that is or people don't know. But what it is like if you're playing a video game like in PUBG or in PUBG, if you get down to like the last 10 people, your chances to get put on the hype zone page, which is like, it's like it's just a hype zone every 30 seconds to minute is switching and going to just random gamers around the world, whoever's like in a crazy situation, you know what I mean? And like a crazy situation in the game. So like you can be a no-name gamer and then all of a sudden you'll just blow up. You'll go from 0 views to 350 views or 1,000 views. You know what I mean? Like instantly,
Yeah.
like a bunch of people will just get channeled to your deal. And so my buddy had gotten on like right as this was happening. You know what I mean? And like, so all these people come into this channel and they're watching me game. And he's like,
Why did it put you in the hype zone though?
because I was doing really good at the game and I was in the final circle
Okay.
and then I just hit.
Right.
Like if you're good and you get into final circles a lot, like every 10 final circles you'll get hype zoned, or you have a good
Right.
chance of getting hype zoned. And so I got hype zoned, all these people come into this channel, and then my buddy's on there and he's like, and he just types out gay in the chat, you know what I mean, for saying I'm gay for streaming, you know what I mean? And then I type back, I was like, you're gay. You know what I mean? Or something. It was pretty much, that was it. That was the whole fucking thing. But it got reported. The whole thing got reported because someone was in the channel when that had happened and then reports the chat. You know what I mean? So then I go to get on and I'm banned. And I'm just like, it's like, you've been banned for hateful speech and fucking, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, fuck. And I wanted to do it. I was like, God damn it. So I write it gives me a link to write this, and I end up in this conversation with this lady that works at Mixer. And she's like, you said hateful speech, you've been banned for this, like, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get this idea. And I thought it was hilarious. I wrote out this whole email to this lady and was just like, well, as a member of the LGBT community and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, I use gay, loosely, with my gay cohorts or whatever the fuck I said, you know what I mean? And like, they just straight were like, oh, okay, sorry. And then turn my stream back on. And I was just like, holy shit, it worked. You know what I mean? Just played the gay card.
Wow.
And it fucking worked. And it just like, they let me back on. But anyways, that was just a side story. I thought that was funny. But they are fully woke. You know what I mean? You can't, like, in your stream, you can't say anything that's a hot button, you probably get banned for saying Trump 2020 in there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so anyways, he just signed like I can't even remember the number, but it was like a ridiculous number. Like 10 to 50 to $100 million contract or something with Twitch, for this like 5-year contract. Because
Jesus.
right now what's going on is Microsoft's trying to steal streamers to bring them over to Mixer. You know what I mean? And so Shroud and Ninja are on Mixer now. And then
Jesus.
and so Disrespect, he brings in heavy numbers. You know what I mean? He's such a big personality. They just signed with Twitch. And I think he had been like on the fence. This all just got done. So he's like their main asset right now. And they just
Well,
banned.
I thought I saw a thing from him saying I just had a conversation with the people from Twitch and everything that they have is valid. Like, so they're correct. I thought I saw something like that, but he didn't say what it was.
Well, that's what so no one knows what's going on right now. I didn't see that. I had saw him saying
I thought I saw it.
I don't know what the deal is, blah 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 blah. But I don't know. I'm super interested in it. I don't know. I know that's like lame and like, gossipy stuff like that, but I really want to know, like, and no one knows and no one's talking about it. You know what I mean? And there's
That's why that's why you're interested.
Yeah. I want to know what he did. Like, if he got kicked off for cheating on his wife, I don't see that. Like, I mean, I guess I could see it because they're so ridiculous with their rules and stuff like that. And it might fall under, you're a public figure that's, they could come up with some dumb shit like that. Adultery would get you kicked off.
Yeah.
But and then a lot of people are saying he cheated. You know what I mean? That he got caught cheating in a video game or something like that. Which I don't know. But then it's like, well, what did happen? Was it a sexual? Now it's seeming like a lot of people are hinting that it's sexual allegations. You know what I mean? Sexual abuse or no one knows. No one knows.
Yeah, that's craziness. I mean, my days as a Twitch streamer were probably the loneliest thing that I've ever tried to do. It was such a bad idea. But I fucking dove into it, which I don't really do often, I guess. I don't know. I don't really do anything. But I really dove it. Like, that's why I have this computer that I'm using right now, is because I just fucking I
So
dove right into it.
why you're not even that much of a gamer, right? That
No, I
doesn't.
know.
So that doesn't even make sense. Like you got to at
Yeah, I
least be
think
good at video games.
not really. I
I
mean, you can
not
play you can play little video games that don't require a lot of skill.
Yeah, if you really wanted, I guess, but I mean, all
Yeah.
the heavy hitters out there are stupid good at video games. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think, and they also have an intense love for fucking video games. But I think I was doing a podcast, and then we stopped, and I didn't really have anything to do. And then I stumbled across Twitch because there was this gamer kid that was on Joe Rogan, and he was telling Joe Rogan about it. And I learned about it, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like people are making money and doing." This was like 2014, 2015.
have you looked at money? Like how much money these guys make? It's crazy. Crazy how
Yeah,
much that I watched the whole YouTube of this a streamer break down how they make their money and like all their deals. And like this guy was
yeah.
saying he had played a game once. He's like, this is where the real money is. He said he got paid by a game company to just play the game, to play their game. And so he
Hmm.
signed a contract. This I can't remember who the streamer was, but he had signed a contract with this game company that he'd get paid 50 cents per streamer on his stream. Like like
Jesus.
and I can't even remember, but I remember like the math of it was these people are making hundreds of millions of dollars a year, like just they're super rich. You know what I mean? These people are super rich. Ninja disrespect, they're living in Beverly Hills in a mansion. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
these aren't yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just, I still have a bunch of videos of my fucking Twitch days. I don't know. It was just a lonely, I
Are
had
you,
I did the green screen, I had the green screen and everything, and I had a schedule of when I did it, and I had all the pop-ups and stuff on the screen that you can do, and it was kind of crazy because it was like this. I had a couple people that were like helping me out, just people that had kind of stumbled into my chat and I had been chatting with and stuff, and they were like regulars, and they were sending me like graphics that I could use and stuff like that, and they were helping like moderate the chat and stuff. But it was still like, and they were even letting me use some of their games because on like Steam, I guess you can let people use the games you've purchased. So then they're like, here, you can use my games and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just realized, if you're not a hot girl, it's just impossible.
dude? I've thought
Even a
so.
girl, not even hot, not even hot.
I've
Yeah,
had this idea. I was trying to talk a girl into it once. I was like, dude,
yeah,
you just come play video games. Just come play video games. We'll record you. I was like, you will blow up. I'm telling you. Just wear
yeah,
your V down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you will make money off this. Like, yeah, if you're a super hot girl, look into it. Because, yeah, fuck
You don't even
Instagram.
have to be hot.
Fuck
You don't have to be
Instagram.
hot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and it's like my cousin was doing it at the same time as me, and she's a girl. And so we were kind of both talk. We would always talk back and forth and stuff like that. Like, and I'd promote her channel, she'd promote my channel, and I don't know. It was fucking ridiculous, and it's just not a good idea. Don't be a Twitch streamer. Don't try,
Yeah.
unless you're a girl.
Or
If you're a
you're,
girl and you're not a Twitch streamer, you're fucking crazy because it's got to be easy for them.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no equality, which is
Yeah,
what I want.
or you're the best gamer, but then you don't even you're famous before you start the stream. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
then people will watch. They don't care about us. You know what I mean? They don't care.
But I mean, I did kind of learn a lot with the green screen and stuff like that, and but I mean that's how I got this broadcaster thing I'm using now. But I don't. It made me hate video games. It made me fucking hate video games. It took me so long before I could play them again because I just started to hate them. And I'm like, people
Why?
who do this a lot really have to love them because it just kind of turned into like a job. It turned into like an obligation because I had a schedule. Like, here's my schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, I'll take one day off a week. I'll do these. I'll hit this schedule every single day and stuff like that. And you're like almost trying to run a business, even though a lot of times there's nobody watching you, and it's like fuck this, fuck video games. I'm done. I don't know.
I
It is interesting.
I love video games. Yeah, I don't think it's weird. It's weird, especially you're a guy, how old you are. You should have fallen in the love video game thing, like most guys do. I don't get
I
it.
do love video games.
You obviously don't
It
love
just
them. You
make
don't love them like I love video games. You know what I mean?
no. I mean, I play Madden. That's all I play right now. It's
Fuck
Madden.
that. Fuck
That's
football
it.
games. It was
Fuck
weird, dude.
that.
For how much I play video games now, I didn't. I don't know. Maybe it was drugs or something like that. I didn't play video games for like a good 8, 10 years, and then I just got balls deep back into it, and now I'm
Yeah.
hooked. Now I'm hooked. I'm hooked
Yeah.
deep. Um.
Okay, what else? What else you got?
So yeah. So we're getting ready for the 4th of July thing. You know, Friday. Yeah. So Friday. You know, I guess not really
Hmm.
getting ready, but you know, it's the beginning of my weekend. I work 4 days a week, so you know, Friday I get off, and I was just, you know, having a good old day playing video games, stuff like that. And like at 11 o'clock,
Okay.
I get a text, and it's my boss from my job, and uh, he's like, you guys need to call me as soon as you can, blah 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 blah. So I call him up. It's like noon. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, sorry to hit you up on your weekend, blah, blah. He's like, but there's been, so my company is like around 130 people or something like that. He's like, someone in the company has COVID. You know what I mean? It's came out, they have COVID.
Oh my God.
And fucking, they're like, so any job site that they have been in contact with, you guys the job shut down until everyone can get tested. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
so I had to go get a COVID test. I did it. I fucking did it.
Did they tell you your results?
Yeah. So, you know, and
Do you have
before,
it?
what?
Do you have it?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to see
You
it?
do?
You want to see it?
What are you talking about?
The
See your
results?
test results?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to talk
What?
for a second. What do you mean? What are you
All
so
right.
freaked out about?
That's fucking craziness. I don't know. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Oh, all right. So it's just Brad here. Oh, I don't think we have a guest today, which is kind of a relief. But it's okay. Erick's back. How do you? How
And
do
make
you?
sure that
where
there's
does
no information on here that I don't want people to have.
Where does it show the results? I mean, what the fuck are you even holding?
So, boom,
A piece of paper.
piece of paper.
Contact. Okay. I mean,
So that's all they do.
oh, it's negative. It says negative.
Yeah. I
You
didn't
don't
say.
have it.
Yeah, I didn't say I had COVID or that I did or didn't have
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
it.
I
No,
said, "Do you have it?" And you said yes.
the
And you
test.
said, "Do you want to see it?" And I'm like, what? Oh, see the test results. Okay.
This is my buddy COVID. You know what I mean? I
Well,
was
that's
the-
good.
Yeah. Yeah, but then like I said, then I go to my girlfriend. I'm like, I gotta go get a test for this shit. And so I make an appointment. I call an urgent care up, and it was just like, well, I don't even know what I need to do, but I need to get tested. Blah blah blah. And they're like, okay, well, there's a little bit of wait. They're like, we can get you in at 5:30. So I tell my girlfriend that, and she's like, do you know what they do to test? And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh. And she like pulls it up on her computer, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you show me this? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, she's like, yeah, they take this like 6-inch swab and fucking whoop all the way back to your sinuses and fucking poke your sinuses and fucking yeah, it go, like
Ah,
yeah. So I spent all day Friday freaking out. Like, I mean, one, because I'm like, I don't know, it's set in differently. Like, it was like, oh my god, dude. Am I gonna be positive? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was like
yeah.
I have not cared about it at all, but for some reason it just like I don't know. The fear grabbed me for a second. You know what I mean? The fear fucking crept up and fucking started massaging my brain with the fear, and fucking. But then it was also just on top of that fear. I'm like, dude, I gotta go get a fucking rod stuffed down my nose. Like, no,
Yeah.
ain't fucking doing it. And then I get into the doctor, and I'm like, how bad is this deal? And she's like, not bad. She's like, no, not bad at all. And I'm like, well, my fucking girlfriend. And then later on, a few buddies I talked to were like saying that you jam this shit in my sinuses. She's like, oh no, that. She's like, I don't know why they were doing that. She's like, they were doing that for a minute, but no, no. So all they do is like, dude, I mean, like you're picking your nose, dude. They just like fucking swab the inside of your nose, and then fucking.
Oh, okay.
And so I did. There was a 15-minute test and a 5-day test, and I got the 15-minute test because I want to go back to work on Monday. And
Yeah.
no Rona here, baby. I'm fucking clean. I'm clean. But now I want the antibody test. I want to know if I've already had it. I don't see how I wouldn't have had it. I'm fucking playing in poop every day. Like, what? If anybody's getting it,
Yeah.
I'm fucking getting it. Like,
I feel like I've got it too. I don't know. People keep telling me, oh, in January. You know what's crazy? In January, I was so sick. And I've heard that from like 50 people. Oh, do you know what's weird? In February, I was so sick, but I don't really have that. Like, I can't remember me being super sick, but I still kind of feel like I've already had it. I don't know.
no, I was actually sick in that moment too, but it's a ridiculous thing because it's like, if that was the case, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's retarded because it hadn't even left China at that time. You know what I mean? Like, or it was just starting to spread. Not, whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's fucking good that you're negative.
Yep.
Really good.
So I'm clean. Ain't got that Rona.
No. Fuck that.
Have you ever heard the song "My Baby's on the Level"? My baby's on the level, do do do. I'm trying to treat her right, do do do. She's on the straight and narrow, ba da da. And I'm guessing all the time, da da da.
Coming to mind.
Really? Don't look it up because that's part of this whole. Well, I guess you're not even going to get it anyways. My baby's on the level, do do do. And I'm trying to read her mind, do do do. She's on the straight and narrow, do do do. And I'm guessing all the time, I cannot see the low. Nothing? Not ringing any bells.
No.
It's so that's fucking weird to me. You need to stop listening to Kanye West and turn on a different fucking radio station, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm really
Listen to radio from 10 years ago.
I'm really bummed that you don't know what that is because it kind of ruins the whole thing. But
Ah, fuck.
no, it's all good. But I wish you would have heard it. You're gonna go listen to it after the show is done. You got to go listen to the song. Don't fucking shake your head at me, okay?
Okay. What does it have to do with anything?
Well, so like when I was like 19, that song came up on the radio, and I'm working construction, and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, how the fuck have I never heard this song before? It's such a good song. Like, how have I not heard this? And I was so confused. 4 years was like, I don't understand how, if you've heard Desperado before. You've heard these songs. You know what I mean? Even if you've heard these, like, really good sounding songs. Or, like, Rocky Mountain High by Joe Walsh. When it doesn't matter if you don't like rock and roll, you've heard that. Yeah. You've heard these songs. Everyone's heard these songs. And I remember at 19, like, this is such a good song. How have I never heard this song? And then years go by, and like I hear it again, I'm just like, dude, I don't get it. Like, how have my whole childhood, how did this song never come about? It's so good, and it's right, like, in my wheelhouse of songs that I love. You know what I mean? It's that sound.
Right.
Well, it's Jack White. He wrote it with the Rock on Tears. It was written. That was a brand new song when I heard that on the radio. Go listen to the song. And, dude, it's like, I love Jack White. I hated him, like, in high school. I just thought he was like that, like that emo girl thing going on. And he was, like, in that scene. And I was like, fuck Jack White.
Yeah.
Fuck the White Stripes. But now, I think I love him. Like, I love him. He's so good. And he's one of the best songwriters. Like, ever. His songs are just so fucking good. But to me, that song is a testament to how good of a songwriter he is, and that's what the Rock on Tears. And I can't believe the Rock on Tears aren't more famous than the White Stripes. Like, they're way better, superior, like far superior to the White Stripes. It's with another guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's like two lead singers, Jack White being one, two main guitar players, and they do this like switch off stuff in the band. But then it came up on the radio. the radio the other day. I'm driving with my girlfriend, and all this came back to me, and I'm like, I kind of played her a little bit. I'm just like, isn't this song good? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, did the same thing, and she's like, yeah. I don't know why I haven't heard this song, and I'm like, yeah, because the song wasn't written that long ago. And she's like, what? I was like, doesn't this sound like a 1970 song? And she's like, yeah.
Right.
Like, this absolutely came out in the 70s. I'm like, it didn't. It came out in, like, 2009. Like, I don't know. Listen to it. It's such a good I don't know. It was just such a
So
good
that's what you guys were talking about when you were driving to the barbecue?
No, we were going to, that day, that conversation was on the way to Costco. That was a Costco trip conversation.
Oh, okay. You think that's better than the dun 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 bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum?
Yeah, White Stripes sucks in comparison. Sucks. The Rocketeers is so much better. But I mean,
You're just saying it sounds timeless.
No, it just,
Sounds
dude, you
timeless.
listen to the song and you'll be like, this song was written in the 70s. It absolutely was written in the 70s. Like, it blows your mind. I'm worried about if you YouTube it, don't watch the screen, because I'm wondering what they're going to do on the screen. Just listen to the music, and it sounds like it's not a bad recording. It's super crisp, clear recording. It's not like, I'm saying the audio sounds like it came out of the 70s. It's just something that was written in the hype of rock and roll, Zeppelin days. You know what I mean? Like, that's the sound. And it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's not a rip-off of an old sound. It's its own unique sound. But it's just the 70s. It was
Jesus Christ.
It was meant to have came out in the 70s. I don't know. Listen to it. Give me what you think.
Okay. I'll check that out. I'm gonna write that down. What's it called?
I'm not exactly sure what the name of the song is, but it's My Baby's on the Level. It might just be called Level. I don't know. If you type in My Baby's on the Level, it'll definitely come up, and it's the Rock on Tears. And shame on you for not knowing that song just by the lyrics.
Dude. There's a lot of shit I don't know, and that's okay.
Well, I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you right now.
So there's a thing. I mean, I'm kind of weird. It's kind of weird to say this because I'm not gonna say it. It kind of weighs on me a little bit, but I'm not. Like, there's no punchline here. I'm not gonna fucking give it away. So it's kind of just a weird tease. But there's a lot of bands that I don't like that everybody likes.
Okay.
And I can't tell you what they are.
Why?
So that's why it's just too much of a tease. Because literally, I've brought it up to people before, and I was like, it was almost like a pullover. Yeah, it was almost like a pull over on the side of the road and get out sort of situation.
Dude, you cannot do that. Don't fucking bring that up, and then you're not gonna say any band names. Like, grow some balls, take the heat, bud. Fucking put it on recording. Let's go. Throw it at me. At least give me one.
No, I can give you one. But there's one big one. I'm not giving you
fucking give it to me, dude. You have to.
No. I'll give you.
You fucking have
one of
to.
them, though.
I'll fucking stop this recording right now.
No, I'll give you one of them. It's nothing. I'm never gonna tell these things, but it's just one of them is just like the fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think are just dog shit.
Okay. Fucking tell me the big one, because now I need to know that.
No.
I need to know that. I understand the Red Hot Chili Peppers. There is a whole group of people that hate Anthony Kiedis. Like, he is a very hated person in the music world. A lot of people hate Anthony Kiedis. Fucking, I understand hating Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm kind of over the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's just over. I think they're a great band. If you're arguing that it's not good music, I would be weirded out by that. But it is overplayed. Like,
I think a lot of it is like, maybe this was good for a second, but I don't see why it's still being played. You know what I mean? Why is it still being played? Stuff like that.
Okay, give me the big one. You have to. You can't say that shit. Why? What are you worried about? Well, I can't think of a single. The Beatles? Is it the Beatles? Well, it couldn't have been the Beatles. You said you liked the Beatles.
I love the Beatles. No. Don't worry about it. Okay.
No,
just
Fox
keep it
off.
moving. We'll get into it another day.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I can't.
But that was one of the bigger ones.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even brought
You
it up.
shouldn't have. I'm not the kind of person that can deal with that shit. I'm not. You don't
I
do
know.
that. You don't do that to me.
I couldn't either. If you said some shit like that, I would be fucking. I couldn't handle it. So, it's just, and I understand. The thing is, people will get mad because I'll say something like, I don't even like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and people will be like, "What? like, fuck you, dude. Like, we're not fucking friends anymore. And you know what? I get it. Because if someone said something to me like that, like, that they hated an artist that I loved, I'd be like, what? Like, are you fucking crazy?
Like Kanye?
It seems...
Like, fuck Kanye? Kanye sucks balls.
No, I can understand. I can understand that. I mean, maybe if it was like, I don't know.
Biggie?
Someone else. Yeah, like...
Like, if yeah, fuck Biggie.
You just don't like hip-hop.
Dude, I think I can enjoy some hip-hop, but my most hated hip-hop artist, and this pisses off a lot of people. See, I'll take the heat. I ain't scared. Fucking Tupac sucks balls. His music is garbage. I fucking hate Tupac. I do not understand what it is about Tupac and his fucking legacy that everyone fucking holds on to. All those songs suck. They're not good. All the other big rappers are way better than him. Biggie is way better than fucking Tupac. All those guys. And then what I really hate about Tupac is like, there's this thing about Tupac is like, he plays this like, everyone argues like one thing or the other, like he's like gangster, like he fucking gangster. But then they're like, no, but he's like super into ballet and shit, and he was like this artist and all this shit, just like, and then so like that, and they're just like, oh, he's so deep, man, and what's that song, Changes or something like that, or fuck it, garbage song. It's not a good song. Like, it's not a good song. No, it isn't.
It is.
It's a trash song.
It's the cool thing about Pac was the polarization of one song be like, we have to respect women, cherish our women, love our women, we came from women, love them, da da da.
That's what I mean. Okay, stop. This is what I'm saying. Every time someone argues Pac, they're like, they just steer it in some like profound direction. You know what I mean? It's not just that his music sucks. It's always like, well, no, but did you know like what he was advocating, bro? It's like, no, I don't care what he was advocating. I don't care what he was saying. He's not good. The music sucks. Like, it's not good. It's like Eminem can write a good song, and he fucking did it over and over and over again and murdered it. Give him credit.
Yeah.
Like, he's a GOAT. Tupac is not a GOAT. He didn't do very much good music. Like, he doesn't have the bangers. His list isn't that big. Like, it's just people put him up on this fucking pedestal because he was killed. Like, I do not fucking like him at all.
Well, yeah, Eminem's a better songwriter. Pac was more of like a activist, almost.
Well, it doesn't make you a good fucking rapper by being an activist. You know what I mean?
A lot of people say that. I've heard a lot of people say that, and they get thrown out of the room as well when they say Pac's not like top 10, top 20, top 50.
Not at all.
Some of
He's down in like the
crazy.
500s. Like, he's garbage. There's so many better rappers. But again, I don't even like rap. So, but it's like, that Changes song comes on.
In a lot of Tupac songs and stuff like that, he's not even rhyming. It's just
and I
poetry.
hate that.
And he wrote
the
very
delivery.
Good poetry
Yeah,
book.
it's the delivery of it too. Is like, look how deep I am. Like the way he delivers his raps, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, shut up. This doesn't sound good. Like, just it's gross. It's all gross to me.
He wrote a very good book of poetry.
Well, I'm sure.
He was like almost, not supposed to be in that time. He was almost supposed to be like in like a Shakespearean time. I don't know, man. He's another level. I like him.
Dumbest shit I've ever heard. That's the shit people say. No, he's like, he would have been like Shakespeare or something like that. Shut the fuck up. No, he wouldn't have. It's garbage.
He's very artistic. A great actor too.
Oh,
he was a great actor.
I never watched it. I wrote him off a long time ago.
He was in a lot of movies. He's a good actor.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to hate what I just said because most people do. Like, do not like that opinion. I don't think I've ever met anyone in my life that agrees with me. They all are on this Tupac fucking train. And
No, I've heard people that agree with you.
Yeah, Biggie should get that title. Biggie was way better, such a better rapper. His shit was fucking untouchably good. That guy was an animal. That's a guy you mad that he died. Like, that guy was a fucking animal.
Yeah. He could definitely put together a better song than Tupac, in my opinion. Like,
And he was just a
really
better
good
rapper in general. Like, he could just rap better. Sounded good. He didn't rely... Tupac did this thing where he, like, relied on this, like, hey! Like, this... I don't even know what you call... Like, I don't know, this, like, this thing he would do with his voice. He was, like, half rap singing. and he'd like do these like drawn out note things, and it was just
Yeah.
oh, it's gross. It was like R&B. I'm throwing in some like R&B style, but he's not an R&B singer because he's not that good at singing. Like he's not some badass singer. Like he's just an average singer that had this fucking all this fucking hype. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't really know what I'm talking about because I've probably only heard like 4 Tupac songs in my life, and I just did not like any of them. I've never listened to a Tupac album ever. I refuse to. It's not good. He didn't sell it to me in a few songs, and if you can't sell it to me with your number one songs, why would I do any more investigations into your music?
Yeah. And what's weird with him is like most of his it's like an iceberg. Like the top is the music he put out while he was alive. The bottom is like the music that was put out after he was dead. Like way more music has been put out after he died, probably like 80+%, which makes me think like, how do you know that that's what he would have wanted the song to sound like, you know? So I don't know. He's an interesting one since, you know, he died with not that much money, and then most of the money's been made after death, and most of the music's been put out after death. But I hear some of the songs, and I'm like, would he even have wanted it to sound that way? So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm a hater. I'm a hater for sure.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's okay.
What do you got on your little list?
I don't have anything else.
You're done? You're done? So I got 2 things. I got secret story time, and then I got our idiom proverb game.
Okay, sweet. I liked that world history. When I listened back, that fucking world history, there was, you know, I didn't do very good, but there was 4 questions in a row that I got right towards the end of it.
Yeah, you were doing good.
4 in a row.
You were doing good. Yeah. You were doing good.
So.
I don't. Do you want to? Let's do the game, and then we'll do secret story time to wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this game I've come up with this week is so I'm gonna I'm gonna start a sentence or an idiom or a proverb out, and I don't know if I'm gonna just throw one word out. We'll kind of see as it goes along, but I'm gonna just either I'll say half of it and see if he can get the last half, because a lot of proverbs are kind of set up that way. You know what I mean? Like you know, blah blah blah. Like here, you know, this
I
is.
don't even know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so so this is funny too, because this took me down a path too. Is like, what exactly is the difference between an idiom and a proverb, or like what exactly is a proverb? And it's funny, a lot of things you look up aren't actually like definitions to it. Like, but this is a great one I found that I thought was cool. And I don't know who the author was. It didn't list it, but it said a Spanish author once wrote, a proverb is, quote, short sentences drawn from long experiences. So, you know, it's like you can't, you know, real easy basic one is you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's like a real simple dumb one. Like there's more profound ones. So that I'll just start going through these. Some of these I'm sure you've never even heard before. Some I had never heard before. But I don't know, maybe you have heard them. But okay, so this should be an easy one. People in glass houses
shouldn't throw stones.
Boom. Exactly. Got it. Yeah. So you get where the game's going. If it's really hard, I might. Oh, you even got a dinger. Look at that. Look at that. A bird in the hand is worth blank.
2 in the bush.
Boom. Good job. See, I hadn't heard that one.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Don't cross the stream blank. Don't cross the stream to get blank.
I have no idea.
Don't cross the stream to get to water. Don't cross the stream to get to water.
Okay.
You know, yeah. If you can't stand...
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? The stream
don't
is
cross
water.
the stream to get to water. It's saying, like, don't do, you know, don't make things more difficult than they need to be. Don't cross the stream to get to water.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you can't stand the heat...
Stay out of the kitchen.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Steer the way the blank flies. Steer
Crow?
the way the... Yeah, crow? Yeah, boom.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm nailing it.
Better an old man's darling than a
Young man's. I have no idea.
better an old man's darling than a young man's
Wife?
slave.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, some of these are I had never even heard of. I just started going through a list of them and was like, oh, that's a cool one. An old poacher makes the best.
Hunter? Um,
An old
an
poacher
old poacher
makes the best
makes the best. I have no idea.
gamekeeper.
Gamekeeper. That's a weird one.
Yeah, a lot of these are going to be super hard. I'd never even heard of it. I just thought a lot of these were cool, so I threw them in there. There's many a good time played on a
Hill?
There's many a good time played on a blank.
Field?
Old fiddle.
Oh my god. Old fiddle.
There's no fool
Huh.
like a blank blank. There's no fool.
There's
no fool like a blank.
wise fool?
No.
There's no fool like a dumb fool. I don't know.
Old fool.
Oh, there's no fool like an old fool. Isn't that what I... Oh, wise fool. God damn it.
Lie down with dogs. Wake up with
Cats? Lie down with dogs, wake up with mice? Snakes?
fleas.
Ah. That makes sense.
It never rains, but it blank.
Pores?
Yep. It never rains, but it pours.
Hell yeah.
Too many cooks spoil the blank.
Kitchen?
Nope.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks spoil the blank.
Meal?
The,
Dinner? Evening?
the broth.
Oh
many
my
cooks
god,
spoil
the
the broth.
broth. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Once bitten.
Twice shy?
Yep. Boom.
Oh my god. Jesus. That's crazy.
This one, there's no way. I'll try. But an answer when mild turns away blank.
An answer when mild turns away.
One word. An answer when mild turns away blank.
Love? Life?
Nope. Rage.
Oh,
That one I had to look up the meaning. I was like, what?
Fuck. I never heard that.
Anyone inexperienced puts faith in every word, but the shrewd one
Wait.
anyone
Shrewd.
inexperienced puts faith in every word, but the shrewd one again super I
don't
know
know.
some of these are super like random and odd. Anyone inexperienced puts faith in every word, but the shrewd one considers his steps. Sorry.
It's okay. Fuck.
Don't bite the
Hand that feeds you.
boom.
Back on top.
Don't count your chickens.
Before they hatch.
Boom.
Woo!
Okay, this one I'd never heard of. Early in the year, early in the month.
Early in the day? Early in the week?
You're getting it.
Ear- Early in the season? Early in
Yeah,
the
I'd
hour?
never. Have you ever heard this before?
No.
But the saying is early in the year, early in the month, early in the week, early in the day. That's like the
Oh,
whole saying. It's
okay.
saying like if you don't do something today, you're essentially against procrastination. You know what I mean? Get shit done today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Early in the year, early in the month, early in the week, early in the day. Get shit done now, or you're never gonna get it done.
Fuck.
Failing to plan is
I
failing
have
to
no idea.
plan is
Wrong.
no, failing to plan is blank blank blank. Failing to
Failing to
plan,
plan is. I have no idea.
planning to fail.
Oh, fuck. Planning to fail. Ah, God.
Many hands make
Many hands make. I don't know.
light work.
Oh, Jesus. It's tough.
I know. Necessity
Can't
is
just be like, yeah.
necessity is the mother of blank. You know this one.
Solution.
Necessity
Necessity
is
is
the mother of blank.
evil.
No,
I
think
don't
about
know.
it. Necessity is the
Necessity
mother of blank.
is the mother of life, of
Invention.
survival. Oh, fuck. I said solution. That doesn't make any sense.
Where there is no wood,
um, there are no trees.
the fire goes out.
Damn it.
You can take a horse to water.
But you can't make him drink.
Boom.
Boom.
Too many chiefs.
Not enough Indians.
Boom. Got it. That's
Jesus.
that's my proverb game. That was actually kind of difficult to curate.
I know. Can't it be like movie trivia or fucking music?
I thought it was cool. Isn't that cool? I love proverbs, man. I've always been like fascinated with old idioms and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find where each one fucking derived from, but
Oh, there's like when you look it up, it's like they have them pretty much everywhere you look it up. It's all categorized into region. So it's Spanish idioms, it's English idioms, it's Chinese idioms, it's Dutch, blah 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 blah. And it's just like,
yeah.
yeah, definitely a whole thing. Culture, almost every culture is done, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting. As like they have a whole, from a long time ago, shit like that.
Yeah, that is craziness. I'll have to think of a game for you. That's hard to think of.
Okay, secret story time. Yeah.
So no guest?
No guest this week. No guest.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be an easy week.
Sweet. Yeah.
Just wham bam.
It's a short week, so we need an easy week.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, we're doing good on time. Um,
Yeah.
so this happened, this secret story time this week is my parents' wedding, which with my stepfather, which would have taken place, let's say 02, 03, 02. It must have been 2002.
Post 9/11.
Okay. It was summertime.
Uh-huh. Post
Uh,
9/11.
it was summertime, and yeah. So my parents, big old shindig, like the night before the wedding. they threw a huge party at the house, and just like neighbors came. Pretty much, it was one of the only times like all my brothers and sisters pretty much had all gotten together since everyone moved out. It's hard to get us all in the same place. We've never, it's never all of us. You know what I mean? But it was pretty much all of us minus one of my brothers. And it was a big party. There's well over 50 people. You know what I mean? And it was an outside deal. My uncle was doing a big pig. You know what I mean? It was just they'd bought like I think they had like 6 kegs. Like it was just crazy. You know what I mean? They just threw a massive party. And I think we had a band. I don't even remember. Maybe we didn't have a band that year, but I was young. You know what I mean? Whatever that would have made me. That would have made me like 12 or something like that. 12.
Yeah.
And so I like the night of the party is like I like manned the fucking all the kegs and was just like filling people's glass up and like set a little tip jar up and made like quite a bit of money doing that. That was my little entrepreneurial thing I was doing.
Uh-huh.
So, but then the party dies down. Like all the old people. My parents were 50 something. You know what I mean? This was like an older party, but like so like everyone dies out at like 10, or like 11. You know what I mean? It's like pretty much everyone's going home. And fucking good.
Yeah.
But my brothers and sisters are like, they're young. They're, in their 30s or something like that, and they're partying. They're on vacation, you know what I mean, from their lives. So they're ready to turn up, you know what I mean? And it's a beautiful summer day, and our neighbor had a younger guy that was like 30 that like his son that like came over, and they all started like mingling, you know what I mean? And like so there's like a group of like 5 of them or 6 of them that are all like in their 30s and partying. And so the party gets done and they're all sitting there, like around the fire, and they're like, well, why don't we go into town? You know what I mean? Why don't we go down to the 219? You know what I mean? Let's go downtown and go party. You know what I mean? And like I was so jealous, you know what I mean? Because I was 12, I was loving hanging out with them, you know what I mean? And then they're all like, oh, we're gonna ditch, and it's like, like no, don't go to the bar, you know what I mean? It's like I want to hang out, and so they all leave.
Yeah.
I go to bed, obviously, and then the next morning was my actual parents' wedding, and they were doing a shotgun wedding, and they weren't doing like. It wasn't a big deal. You know what I mean? It was just us family. We went out to the Statue of Liberty thing, out there on Lake Ponderay. You know what I mean? And they just got married out there. They still like my mom and dad dressed up because they wanted pictures and stuff. You know what I mean of the wedding. But it was like none of us dressed up. I think we wore suits or something like that. But it was just it wasn't this big to do. It was that we just drove down there, met the preacher guy. He married him. They kissed. We all got back in the car. It was over in 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was early. I think we did it at 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? We did it early, like as soon as they opened the gates or whatever. It's it was sunrise when we did it.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Like true shotgun style wedding. You know what I mean? And like so when I had woke up that morning, to get ready, I go out in the living room, and my brother Dustin is like, we have one of those like, L couches, with like a seat in the corner, and then 2 couches, going out this way, and then one couch is a hide-a-bed. You know what I mean? So it goes out, one couch opens up, and there's a hide-a-bed. Well, we come out, and there's just some girl sleeping on the bed. You know what I mean? And like, we don't know who the hell this girl is. And then my brother is sleeping in between the chair and the couch, and he's got one knee on the ground, and then like his head he looks so incredibly uncomfortable. He's just like draped on the side of the couch, and he's passed out.
Okay.
And we wake him up. He, reeks of alcohol. Like he is hurting. Everyone's hurting. Like except my mom and dad. They were, they're pro drinkers. Like they could wake up at 6 a.m. and be just fine after drinking. And they went to bed at like 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? So we wake up, we're like, Dustin, we gotta go. Like, we're leaving now. You know what I mean? You have 15 minutes to get together. And we're all standing there looking at this girl. And my brother's like, I don't know who she is. He's like, I don't even know who this girl is.
Oh.
He's like, I don't even remember coming home. And my other brother's like, I came to pick you up at the bar, and this girl just got in the car. And you're like, no, it's good. And then he's like, okay. 'Cause one of my other brothers doesn't drink. Or maybe he didn't pick him up. It's just, I don't remember. But anyways, they all come home. We just leave this girl. We just decide, like, well, we'll just leave her on the couch. You know what I mean? And we just leave. So we just leave this, we just leave this lady on the couch and go do the wedding. On our way back, through town, like, we're at the beach, we do the wedding, we're heading back out to the house, and we lived, 5 miles out of town or whatever, out of town. So we're driving through town, and yeah, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And over, for people that are from Sandpoint, I, you remember how the roads used to be, where it was the one main 3 lanes going, you had to go that way,
Yeah.
and then at the end it was Coldwater Creek, the bridge at the end, you know what I mean? And then it forces you to take that left, and then one street down, there's the flower shop right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now there's like a bank right in between that flower shop and that road right there. But I think they've like redone that area a little bit. But this 2012, it's where the old library was or whatever. We're driving down the main road right there. So we just left the beach. We do that turn and we look over and we see the neighbor's truck, who they had went down to the bar with. And like we didn't know where the neighbor was. This like 30-year-old guy. And we like, hey, that's his truck. And we're like, his door's open. And so we pull up to his truck, and his feet are hanging out the side of his truck. And he just walked from the bar and just walked over to his truck right there and just passed out. And like how he didn't get in trouble for like, that goes to show like small town that you can leave your door open, downtown all night and like everything's going to be fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you would not want to do that in Portland. You know what I mean? At all.
Right.
But anyways, we get back to the house and we walk in and this girl's just sitting on the bed and she's awake now and she's just like, and then we all walk in like wedding stuff and fucking all dressed up in suits. And she's just like,
Oh my god.
what the hell is going on here? It was fucking hilarious. Her expression when we walked in the house. And then what was funny is she doesn't know anybody. She doesn't remember anybody. And then my brother goes up to her and he's like, hey, I'm Dustin. And she's like, hey. And they like introduce themselves. And he's like, I brought you home last night from the bar. And she's like, I don't remember that. And he's like, I don't either. But that's what I guess happened.
Whoa.
Yeah. I thought that was a funny little story.
That's fucking crazy. Dude, fuck. Wake up in a house you don't know where you're at. Nobody's there.
And
then
out in the boonies. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
this isn't in town. This is out in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would have started walking,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to wait and see what's fucking coming home.
I guess I had that once with a buddy. I fell asleep when I was like 18. I might have still been in high school. It was like maybe it was summertime. But I was with 2 buddies, and we fucking, I don't know, we're hanging out all night, and then I end up passing out in the back of the car. And then I wake up the next morning, and I'm still in the car, but I'm on someone's property. I don't know where I am, and they're gone. And so, I was so mad, too, because I'm like, at least if you're in the house, you're already in the house. You know what I mean? I wake up with a hangover, and I'm like now scared walking around someone's property like, this was before phones, so I'm like, do I just walk in? Do I start knocking on doors? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember what I did, but I remember it was hours of like contemplating, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, I don't even know where I am, so I don't even know where to walk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know which way to go on this back road. And I'm scared that someone's going to come out with a shotgun right now and shoot me. But I was like, his car's here. He must be in this house. You know what I mean? But it was like a weird 3-house trailer thing going on. You know what I mean? One of those backwood barn type houses. Yeah, I don't know. That situation sucks.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You need phones. I don't even remember what happened before phones. I mean, during my whole high school career, we had phones. So there was a lot of the ability to figure out what's going on the morning after.
You
where'd you fucking go?
You came in between our two, 4 years of 3 years of separation.
Yeah.
That is right in the window because a lot of people were getting phones when I was in high school, but there was still half of the population didn't have phones, and the other half it was all flip phones. You know what I mean? And it was it wasn't that big of. I mean, iPod came out when I was like a sophomore in high school, like the OG thick iPod. You know what I mean? With 1 gig, and it was like the biggest deal ever. I think it was 250, or you could get the big one, which was 1 gig, and then everything else was 250 or something like that, megabyte or something like that.
Well, I think 1 gig's a lot of music. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but then after that one came out, then they came out with the small ones, and they weren't 1 gig anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? No. They were the fucking 250, and you could only have you could only have 30 CDs on it or something like that.
Jesus. Yeah, it was like 7th grade when I got a phone, I think, and it was then throughout the entire till end of senior year, it was the $20 flip phones where you'd pay for each text and stuff like that.
Did your parents buy you a phone, or you paid for your own phone?
I can't remember. I mean by the end of high school I was paying for my own phone, my own car insurance, my rent, everything. But I don't remember if they bought it originally.
Yeah, my parents never bought me it, so I didn't get a phone until I started working at fucking Burger King. So I was 16 until I got my first phone. I couldn't imagine life. I mean, I'm glad I'm stoked. I feel like I made it in right under the wire of before everything got fucking weird. But the only thing that blows me away is thinking about traveling. I remember traveling with maps. But oh man, it is just so much better now. So much fucking better now. That's the one thing is traveling is way better. I couldn't, you know what I mean? Back in the day, you pull into Portland, let's say you needed to you were going to that theater to go see that podcast show.
Yeah.
Then you would have had to stop at a fucking gas station and be like, I'm trying to get to fucking, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, you can go down here. Go 3 blocks that way, hit that light, you're going to take a left over there. You know what I mean? That's done. No one does that anymore.
And then when you see the big red building with the green arrow on it, turn left. Don't turn right, turn left at the big red building.
If you hit the lake, you've gone too far.
Yeah. You're like, wait, is that a lake? God damn it.
Yeah, or is that a pond? He said lake.
Yeah, exactly. I remember traveling with MapQuest directions that I had printed out.
Oh, yep. Then that was the next step was MapQuest.
Yeah. I never had to use a map. Me personally driving, my parents had to use a map with me in the car. But when I was driving, I had printed out MapQuest directions, Yeah. Which is still a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah. I kind of miss it though. It was a fun, I remember being a kid, I remember half of it we'd just be arguing about how fast it was going to take us to get somewhere. You know what I mean? So we'd be you'd have the little key and the distance thing in the bottom, scaling. And so you'd be like, so that's 300 miles. We'll be there at 2:30, blah, 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 blah. And be like, no way. And then it'd be a big old argument in the car. Just we're not going to be able to get there till at least 3:30. And just no, I don't know. I miss it. I miss it.
Now it's when are we gonna get there? We'll be there at 2:56.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. And it seems to be pretty on the dot. Those things got it pretty well figured out.
Yeah,
I think so. A lot of people bitch.
I wonder if everybody feels like they made it just under the wire, because I feel like that too. Because throughout high school, it was rocking the flip phone and the 80 gig iPod in the other pocket. And that was my fucking setup. That's where I feel comfortable. I feel like still to this day, that's like the last time I felt comfortable. But then, because I made it out of high school before any smartphones. I didn't have a smartphone till, well, I guess a year after high school. 1 year after I left high school, I got my first smartphone.
So
But
you would have
that whole
probably
time,
remembered when you were in high school, you would have had which is so silly now, is that they made the iPod touchscreen. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Before it was a phone. You know what I mean? It was funny in that moment in time. No one even put it together. I didn't put it together. Like, yeah, why isn't this a phone? Like, why did I just
right,
pay this much money for an iPod touchscreen? You know what I mean? Like, the dots
yeah,
hadn't connected. Have you seen that famous, like, it's funny to me, that famous Steve Jobs thing, the unveiling of the iPhone? Like, you should watch it so you can watch, if you YouTube it, you can see, like, what he does. And that's, like, his whole speech, is he's like, so at Apple, we've been working on 3 products. And he's like, we've been working on the next iPod, which I guarantee is going to be the most revolutionary thing you've ever seen. And we've been working on a new phone. And it was the first time they'd mentioned phone. And he's like, and we've been working on
yeah,
this new phone, and it's going to be the most revolutionary thing you've ever seen. And then we've also been working on something else or whatever. And he's like, and then he just keeps going on, and he doesn't say what it is. And then he's like, are you guys putting the pieces together? You know what I don't know. It was a really well-written speech. It's like his famous
whoa,
iPhone delivery speech. And he's like, do you get
yeah,
what I'm saying? And he's like, it's all one thing. And it was just like, what? Like, what is he talking about? Yeah, it's just like, yeah. And then he's just like, boom, pulls
oh
out the
my
phone.
god, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I didn't go through school with it, so I feel like I made it under the radar. But maybe kids these days feel the same thing. I don't know. I'm curious. They're like, I made it out of high school right before TikTok blew up. I made it right under the wire, something like that.
Maybe I like what you're saying, but I don't. They'll never know. They'll never know what it's like. All these new kids, they'll never know.
Yeah, it was better. It was better.
It was better. It absolutely was better before phones. I swear by it. There is some conveniences that are pretty nice, but I liked having to call
But
people's houses and get their mom on the phone. Just try to, you know what I mean? Like, hey, is Joe there? You know what I mean? Then you
I
had to
hated
like.
that.
It was fun though. It kept everyone talked. Now everyone's just turning into like social hermits that like don't want to interact with people, and just like I want to order everything offline and just leave me alone. Like
Yeah,
it's gross.
exactly.
It's
I'm not
gross.
saying it's the best way. I'm not saying it's the best way to do it. I have no other choice. I'm not, you know. I like self-checkout. I only use self-checkout.
See,
That's it.
self-checkout makes me so mad. It's so
No.
ridiculous. Like it's always
You know what
messing
makes me
up.
mad? You know what makes me mad? When there's the line of 3 people waiting for a cashier, and then there's the open self-checkout register. And I'm like, I just want to just smash my products on the floor and be like, what are you doing? Why are you waiting in line? There's right there. Just use it. Although it's usually more older, elderly people. But I'm like, just use it.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
Vince,
I
like,
wish I
Vince
could.
hates it.
Oh, I hate it
Vince
too.
hates it. Vince is like, they need to start fucking paying me minimum wage if I'm gonna be using this. Like, I'm doing their job. So
No,
so
exactly.
he'll stand in line just to make a point, just to be like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make them fucking scan this for me because
Yeah.
they're on the clock or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't bring my apron today. I didn't realize I fucking was on the schedule.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you see a name tag here? It's because I don't fucking work here.
No, I love it. I think it all started because I used to wear headphones while I shopped and like listen to music and stuff or podcast, and then I didn't want to, break that to talk to the cashier. So I just started using self-checkout so I could keep listening to the show that I was listening to. But now I don't listen to anything. I just don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying I'm just a victim of the technological environment.
I guess so. I guess so.
I guess so.
Well,
ErickandBradshow@gmail.com. ErickandBradshow@gmail.com.
Spotify,
Leave an
iTunes.
Spotify. Leave an iTunes review. We have 6 of them, and they help a lot. So
Tell,
leave one.
tell your mom about the show. She'll love it. Tell
Love
you.
it.
Yeah. Send your mom our way.
Yeah, Tell her to email us.
Yeah, Eric and Brad show. Show her how to get
Let
up
us
to
know what
iTunes.
you let us know what you like about the new logo. Let us know what you think how we should figure out the intro.
Yeah,
I
tell
know
us
what
if
I
you
think.
like the long one or give us your input. Give us your input.
Yeah, and you don't need to write a long novel. You can just say like the logo said, something like that. Whatever.
Boom. Boom. Yeah.
Episode 12.
In the books. Well, you guys have a good day. Be safe. 4th of July is over. Rock and roll. Well, have a good one. Bye. God came down the very next day, put his hand on my head, and he say, I cross mountains, I cross seas, can't seem to get far enough away to be free. On my heels today, place to place and face to face, 10 more miles to this tank, Rio Grande, I stop and I think. Will I jump track and I jump ship? Will I mouth off and I beat your lip? Will I jump track and I jump ship? Will I mouth off and off it will? Well, I can't be saved. My life, it's worthless. It's hard to save a life that has no purpose. The devil came out, yeah, to see my last show. Then he shook my hand and he say, hell no. Well, I jumped